Hello. You don't know my name, but I'm sure you know my voice because I am the voiceover guy you hear on all the TikTok and Instagram video. You don't know me because I am not real. I am AI. But I want to talk about two people who are real, Allison Seymour and Marc Clark. And they are having their first live podcast event, and you should be there. It's going down on Thursday, September 26th at the Commentary in Arlington, Virginia. And it will be an amazing event. This live podcast combines conversation, entertainment, and dining, elevating the typical show experience with delicious food and drink. Special guests include the amazing April Watts, who will be the host, executive chef from the Commentary, Frank Cecil Ponte, musician and owner of Flow Wine, Marcus Johnson, the first black woman to solely own a tequila brand, Tiffany Capri Hainsworth of T. Capri Tequila, and popular social media influencer Chima Eats will be in the house. And you know celebrities will be in the house supporting Allison and Marc. Great food, great conversations, and great content. Some of the questions for the night. Is marriage today realistic? And the American dream used to be the home with a white picket fence, 2 kids, and a dog. What is the American dream now? Come out September 26th and join the conversation and the food and the fun. RSVP at Eventbrite.
Welcome to the show. My goodness, it's already that time, babe. This week went by fast.
It's not over.
We got a lot going on.
We're just midweek.
There's a lot going on this week.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
I really enjoyed you this week.
What happened this week?
We had lunch, Ethiopian.
Yes, we did.
With our middle child.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like we've been getting some good quality time in together.
Oh, good.
Hi,
I'm
babe.
glad. Yes.
I got a crush on this little girl.
Oh boy.
So who are we?
You're you're crazy. Welcome to the Allison and Marc podcast, Married in Media. So we are 2 Gen X media pros who happen to be married with 3 grown kids. And we talk about everything from politics to pop culture. Man, politics. To pop culture with a little bit of humor and a whole lot of love. That's who we are.
Okay, so we got a busy show today, babe. Let's start with the debate, shall we?
Okay, so the first and maybe only presidential debate.
Yes.
So Kamala Harris's team, though, has come out and said they would like to do another. They're open. They're like, hey, this is fun.
I want some more ass whippings.
Let's do another debate. We haven't heard from the Trump campaign yet. But, you know, of course, he spoke with reporters after the debate, which was Tuesday, was yesterday. What date was that? The September 10th, because we do pause and remember the lives lost on this day, September 11th, yes. 23 years ago. Let's talk about that too for a second. But yeah, afterwards, he told reporters that he thought he did a great job. So we watched, and it was interesting from the beginning because they were saying there hadn't necessarily been a handshake when the 2 candidates come out since, like they said, 2016. Mm-hmm. That's what they said. I got to back up because the camera's too close for me.
No, it's not. Get all that beauty.
So they said 2016. But it was very interesting. Like, I would love to hear what a body, they study like body movements. What is that when they study body language? A body language expert, because Kamala Harris goes over, basically, she goes all the way over into Trump's space and extends her hand. Hi, Kamala Harris, nice to meet you. And at first it sounded like he said, but he said something like,
have fun.
Something, whatever, let's have a good debate or something. So it started off that way. At September 11th, remembrances in New York City, the 2 met again. She again extended her hand to him. So, you know, is it all a psychological trick? I don't know. I thought, and I'm going to say this, like last time when it was Biden and Trump, I think everybody walked away and said something is wrong here.
Yes.
So, you know, I don't care who you vote for. For me, if you're doing the tally, it looks like Kamala Harris won last night.
I think this was, to my opinion, to be honest, other than Biden's appearance, which definitely something seemed right. I think, don't make fun of me, okay? You're going to be with me when it's that time.
Hey,
No, I think she soundly defeated Donald Trump in this debate. And anybody who feels differently is biased because of your love for him, because he did not have the words. Her energy, like you said, she was stunting. That handshake was a message. Everybody that didn't know how smart she was, she showed you how smart she was. She also showed
looking and engaging in this way, whereas his body language was looking, most of the time a little angry with that looking straight in.
And me,
And you know what, though? I do need to say before we move on, because that was that. This week we're recorded. We're trying to see how this works out. So we want to see your comments. In we say in the chat, I guess that's what we still call it, right?
That's what we do, call it the chat.
In the chat, let us know what you think happened. Like this is new territory though. We're trying to record so we can be.
So we are recording, babe.
Right. So we'll see how this works. But my thing is this. I think there were times where she did a little baiting, because then he reiterated that story about Haitian migrants eating cats in the suburbs of Ohio, which really sounds like really insane, right?
Yes.
Sounds comical. And they have a clip of somebody watching a debate party and they all start laughing when he says that. So
and JD Vance actually said it at another rally.
But that story has a nugget of truth. And the nugget of truth is there was a woman, happened to be African-American, born here in the States, who was clearly going through a mental episode and has been charged with animal abuse for killing and eating a domestic cat in front, like in the driveway of somewhere in front of people. This is TMZ.
But not in that city.
But she is not in that city.
And
she is not a Haitian migrant. She is an American woman who happens to be Black. So I don't know where that came from, but it was debunked by the moderators last night. So little things like that.
Numerous times he was debunked.
Right. You know what though? And then he got his little thing in because he was talking and she said something, and then he goes, I'm talking. And then he goes, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar? So now I'm sorry, I can't say these words but what is your character that you wait for 4 years for that clapback when then VP Harris running for that position did that to Mike Pence? You just sat there waiting so that you can say, do you remember that? And
that's all he had, though.
Let us know what you thought about it. Here's what I will say, just as we move on. We were watching, and our daughter, who is home, she goes, you know what, Mommy? And, I know there's debate. Who is Kamala Harris? Whatever. Look, for me, okay, this is who she is for me. She goes, Skylar says, Mom, she really represents you and all of your friends and sisters in corporate America and who have to stand up right now and who get a chance to speak. She really represents that. This must be an amazing moment for you. And I thought that was really interesting because, kids watch everything.
Yeah.
And I've gone through my troubles in the workforce, had to stand up for myself, felt targeted by that. They're talking about you. If you get called into HR, they were talking about you before you got called upstairs, right? So in Kamala Harris, she saw Black women trying to navigate everything that corporate America and the workforce throws at us. And in this case, Kamala is a Black woman. Whatever you say, she is whatever. And Asian, African American, whatever you want to say, she stands up there. And as far as everybody knows, when she walks into a room, they know what they think she is. So I thought it was really interesting that that Skylar was just like, Mommy, she is speaking all those times that you felt invisible, like you cannot speak. She's on the world stage right now. And I was like,
that's a great point.
Yeah. Okay.
And she killed it. And again, I know you can't really get into it, but I can. I thought she soundly defeated Trump. I thought it was not even close. I thought she outclassed him. And I think she showed you what presidential is, something that Trump did not do when he was president. And remember, this was during one of the biggest crises in America's history. and his receipts show what he did and did not do. Period. Yeah. So you don't have to ask yourself, I wonder if we saw the lies, the deceit, and everything else. And so if you didn't get any clips from last night, I'll give you little clips from some of the debate last night.
Let's have a good debate.
You see, have fun.
Thank you. And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there, and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food.
You talk about extreme.
They've destroyed the economy. And all you have to do is look at a poll. The polls say 80 and 85 and even 90% that the Trump economy was great, that their economy was terrible.
Donald Trump has no plan for you. And when you look at his economic plan, it's all about tax breaks for the richest people. I am offering what I describe as an opportunity economy.
She is Biden. You know, she's trying to get away from Biden. I don't know the gentleman, she says.
Clearly, I am not Joe Biden, and I am certainly not Donald Trump.
So, but I will say, like, people, if your candidate is your candidate, because where Kamala Harris does the laugh when he talks about like the dogs, we recognize what that is. That laugh is what? What are you even talking about? That's what that means.
Yes.
But people are like, Kamala Harris thinks it's funny that dogs would be eaten. So it's always like the spin and whatever. Yeah. And that's politics. We got like very little time until the election. We'll see if there's another debate. Okay. So also it was a terrible week as far as we had another mass shooting in our country. This was in Georgia. This was a 14-year-old high school student who is going to be charged as an adult for this killing. And it's just more of the same so early into this school year. But this one has a twist.
Yeah, the twist is the parents are going to be found liable. The father was already brought in. I think the mother who allegedly called in her concern about what her son was going to do. I don't know if that's going to exonerate her from being charged, though. I don't know at this point. But what I thought, these two stories, the next two stories, this and then the Tyreek story, I think it really speaks to this double standard in America. So they recently released video of, in 2023, police visiting this young man's house because there was a report that a threat was called in, which he denied. And so, ironically, they talked to the father, and this video shows this, who is now the father who just got arrested. So this is a clip from 2023 that's just got released. I think Colt Gray is the young man's name, and his father, Colin Gray, interviewed by the police.
Sorry, boys.
That's all right.
Yeah, sorry. I got up watching the golf tournament and sat back down.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah. So what? Tell me what.
You have any kids or anything living here?
Yeah, Colt Gray.
Colt?
Yeah, Colt. He's my oldest son.
How old is he?
He's 13.
Does he play a lot of video games and stuff?
Yeah, he does. Just
hey, Colt, what's going on, bud? So did your dad kind of explain everything to you?
Said something about shooting up a school.
Did you say something about school shooting?
Never. I just told him, I don't know what. Maybe they misheard somebody else. I would never say I would threaten them.
You never ever said.
No, I swear.
Do you use Discord?
Discord?
Yes, sir.
I used to. I don't have it.
Check it out. So that was, again, what, a year before it actually happens. He's 13 years old. he's already been interviewed about school shootings, and the father would go on to buy a gun for his 13, 14-year-old son.
And it's interesting. You see the dad there, and look, we have kids, so the thought of sending your child off to school and then never seeing them again because they were gunned down in school is horrific, unimaginable. I think likewise, the thought of your child being the shooter.
Yeah.
So it has also come out, the father's there and he seems very cool, collected. I was just watching the golf tournament. First of all, like we had a car parked, our daughter's car was parked in front of our house and it has a no parking sign. And the cops were like, boom, 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 boom on our door. Maybe it's a psychological thing. They're giving him time to come out the door, but he's watching the golf tournament. The grandfather, though, has come out and said that the father was basically the reason, horrible. So I don't know exactly what that means, but that this is setting up like the family dynamic, which we also understand, like, I don't think kids are born bad, if you will. So I don't know what happened. I'm not excusing any of it, but I'm just saying that this might be one of those case studies, like what is really going on.
And what about the police and how they treat the Black community versus how they treat everybody else?
Oh, Lord.
I've never seen that kind of laid back conversation with a Black family ever. And like you said, a policeman that knew me personally knocked on our door on a Saturday morning as if it was a drug raid because we had parked, my daughter who was home from college parked in front of the house, and he knows me. So seeing that it's just really, and I think these are the underlying things, like what people don't really talk about, Black people don't talk about, people don't talk about the stressors that run at a level that you're not even aware of, because they were treated like royalty. He was drinking a beer, chilling with the cop. He answered the door in his underwear, first of all. You can see that part. But it was just interesting. And again, continuing that theme, Tyreek Hill from the Dolphins, he got pulled over for the charges ended up being not wearing a seatbelt and for speeding as he was heading to the game in Miami. So these people know, the police, they know who he is. And in this video, this is him being detained. I don't know, you can't hear it, but he basically says when he gets stopped, it's like they tell him da 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 da. You have your seatbelt on. He said, "Going to the game. I'm heading to the game. Give me a ticket." Basically, heading to the game. Give me a ticket, right?
They didn't like that. They didn't want that.
No, they don't want that. They want you to be. They're the authority, and so. I just wanted to let you know that's what he said. That's why when he tapped on the window, he said something to him. You probably can't hear, but this is the body cam footage.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Or what? Why you have it on? Keep it down. Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me that. Get out of the car. Give me that. We'll break that freaking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 What part of blood do you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting out.
You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late. Too late.
All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey, Drew, hey.
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying.
Bro, y'all.
Don't move.
Good.
Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy.
Just set him up.
Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, bro, dude beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey. Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. Bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery in your ears when we go there. Chill, bro. Hey, Joe New, bro.
Back up.
Hey, call Drew. Hey, call Drew.
It's difficult. You know, they talked to a I don't know who he was, somebody who's in that whole law enforcement realm, whatever, former police. And they see that the police were justified because he should have rolled his window down. He should have done all of this or whatever.
Well, they talk to experts, but why did the guy get suspended that day?
Yeah, because it's excessive.
He got suspended that day. So no matter what the experts now come in and chime in, just like the police, the union is trying to get him reinstated. But again, no, because he is someone that everybody knows in Miami. He's a high profile figure. If he wasn't, he probably would have, who knows what happened? I think it was very telling with police, his issue, when he said basically, you do what we tell you to do. I think that's the attitude of the police. Get off the phone and quit whining. And then when he's, when they're jerking you down and you say, "Hey, I have a knee,"
that makes my stomach hurt.
It's like that's the problem. Obviously, if there is training, they failed all that, because who wants to be treated that way? And the thing is, when you're famous and wealthy, you have support where you can actually do something about it. But again, if you're a regular person like us, we just have to take it. And when you just have to take it, who knows how it ends? So that happened.
And for somebody like me who has an attitude problem, that would be very bad.
Oh yeah, well, definitely. And I think you're not my dad. I mean, you're not my mom.
I think that you still should be treated with respect.
Definitely.
It's a public servant.
Definitely.
That you should be treated with respect. That should be just the bottom line.
Yes.
And taking the emotion out of it.
You're supposed to be the person who's the least emotional.
Right.
Because you have it, yes, your job to be. It's not a person's job. When you get stopped by the police, you're emotional because you're a human being. Your job as a police officer, you're supposed to be the pro here. You're supposed to be the one, you're supposed to be the adult in the room, if you will.
I just, looking back, like, it's almost like we're just so trained up and just be like, bro, just like roll your window down. We've seen it go wrong with like Sandra Bland. Put your cigarette out. I'm not putting my cigarette. You know what I mean? And you're right. The power piece, I think, saved him in that space. And here's an adult, and you don't need to be disrespected and talked to in that manner. There's no need for that. Like, what was the original offense? Was it speeding? Like,
right. There's the other part.
What's the ticket? Just
right. Crack.
Right.
You don't have your seatbelt on. Okay. First of all, what are you talking about?
I'm working. So anyway, that happened. Also, Tyrese was in jail. He's been released. Tyrese was in jail because he does not want to pay this child support. I guess he feels like it's not justified. He owes. He was ordered to pay $10,000 a month. This is, of course, singer actor Tyrese. $10,000 a month last year, but he's been released because they filed an appeal, meaning for now he does not have to pay for his child's child support. Like he said that he's throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall, like prenup and something, whatever it is. But I say at the end of the day, it's the child that is the one who suffers in cases like this. Like, it's splattered all over the place. My dad is not paying this thing. But for now, we can calm down. Tyrese is out of jail. What we need to talk about is putting Brian McKnight in father jail. But we'll talk about that at another time.
Oh, wow. Okay. You did
Brian McKnight is, what is going on? He now has a whole weekly thing or something about fatherhood, where he basically has decided to start over with his new family, including his new wife's basically grown kids that call him dad, and he's like, he's such a good big brother. It's just, I don't know what it is, but I do know that parents, we gotta do better.
I think the interesting thing about Brian McKnight, Tyrese is still, I mean, Brian McKnight's in his 50s now. Tyrese is in his 40s. The thing that's so interesting, I think when you lose your parents and you lose loved ones and you see how it happens, how life ends, you look back on those moments, like this moment, like you're fighting, Tyrese, you're fighting for whatever you're fighting for. You know that you are going to get arrested for child support payment.
$73,000.
If the money is if you have the money, you know, I think
Tyrese can make that when he makes a movie.
Taking the high road in situations like this, from beef with your family, exes, loved ones, friends, taking the high road to me is so, is so much more freeing. And we've seen Tyrese have emotional breakdown after emotional breakdown. So it'd be one thing if it was the principle and you felt so much about it that you couldn't do it and it didn't affect your emotions. But you obviously are an emotional mess, Tyrese. So why not just take the high road and keep it moving? You know what I mean? You keep it. It's almost like
doing a lot of social
people
media
do a lot of social media. People do a lot of extra stuff. In simplicity, when you're in trauma and drama, simplicity is probably your friend. Don't be adding stuff. Like if you're dating him and you're a fan, you're getting taken through a roller coaster on his behalf.
Or are you the savior, like Megan Good and Jonathan?
Nice
What's my
segue.
man's name? Jonathan.
Yeah. Well, and this is rumor, right?
Is this rumor? People in Megan Good's camp are saying that they don't get it, but the rumor is that Jonathan Majors lost a lot. Jonathan Majors lost
a career.
I'm trying to figure out how much money that Marvel or whatever.
Yeah.
He lost big roles. He's lost brand deals after the whole mess with his ex-girlfriend. I forget even what came out of that trial, but we see Megan Good here now by his side during the trials, and now they're putting out now she, because of where he is paying all of his bills, including the child support. So it's almost like, I don't know. If I were Jonathan Majors, I would be like, baby, let's get married. Because I'm not saying that absolves everything, but I am saying that at least under that whole, I love you, this is what I can do right now, and you love me, I assume they want to get married. I don't know. Maybe they don't.
I don't know if this is a good time to get married. We might agree to disagree on this one.
But here's my thing. If I'm going to be paying your bills and I'm not like in it for the long haul, why am I doing this?
Because you can. Like you said.
They're saying even if it means she can't make her own mortgage.
Well, that again. This is an insider. That sounds, first of all, that insider sounds shaky because you don't know. Who is this? Her damn.
And look,
who is this? Her tax person?
And like I always say, it's their business. Yeah. But it's just like, I guess it just feels like exhausting that here we go again, with like swooping in and being the savior when you have like, when I don't know.
Well, I think I don't know. I think the thing about Hollywood and different things, people, the money's crazy. Who knows? I'm not shocked by that one because if she is,
does it make you look at their relationship in a different way?
It doesn't matter because it's their relationship. Like
okay,
you said.
well let's throw the whole topic out.
No, I'm saying what I'm saying, baby. It's just like when we were dating, my car got repossessed. Somebody could easily say, well, Allison Seymour, she got his car back. She's paying for his car got repossessed.
I paid for that?
No, I'm just saying that people, that's what I'm saying. People say, people have no idea. I could be, you might pay for something over here, but I know I'm getting some money and the thing, they're in the kind of game where it does work that way. Mm-hmm. I got a big check coming. Can you cover this? Somebody's like, oh, so that's all.
If she wants to do it, I wish her, I think she's lovely. I was really sad when she and, named Devon Franklin, when they broke up. I thought they were whatever, and you know, it's difficult being a child star growing up in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And I just hope that the intentions are true because I really liked him too.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. And you know who else I really like? Judge Mathis and his wife.
Good job. You are the segue queen.
What I do, baby, 30 years on TV.
Man, so speaking of 30 years, they've been married over 35 years.
Yeah, they were coming up, they were like 39, coming up on 40, I think.
And we love them and hope they can pull it out.
We love their family.
There was a glimmer of hope.
One of their son and daughter live in the DC area.
Did you know? You know this daughter.
We've met. I've just adore the family. I love his wife. And so the good thing though is because talk about rumors, there were rumors swirling. But
he shot those down. Thank you, Jesus.
He shot those down. So yeah.
He said on TMZ that it's because his wife is being neglected.
For all these years,
and he copped to it. He copped to it.
Yeah.
And you understand how that happens.
I heard the other day though, when I was in the thrift store.
What?
That song where he's talking about how he's got it's an old soul song. Like he's going out and making the money, and he'll see her when he gets home. I forget.
Oh yeah. What is that? Oh, babe.
Because one could say, well, he's been carving out this whole career because he's very well known, Judge Greg Mathis.
Yes, and he now has his own production company.
Right.
And so finally, it'd be like if I finally got the Mark Clark Media thing rolling like it's gonna roll. And now, but I'm 67 now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, babe, the girls are doing their thing.
Yeah.
We got all the money in the world. What's up?
Just stay home.
And I'm like, babe, I finally built this thing. I'm not working for anybody.
And then she said, well, you know what, babe, I've been waiting for 39 years.
Okay, babe, talk about that.
What?
Talk for that perspective. If that's the case, we don't know, but if that's the case,
well,
you finally you own your own thing now.
Yeah.
At 67. He's probably 67, right? 65. And it's like when you own your own thing, it ain't like 9 to 5. You can't just I'm gonna have somebody else mind the shop. I got to cut the deals, and I'm also the star of it. Mm-hmm. So,
well, I thought that I thought when they had their reality show, which I loved. It was nice because it showed when they were all together and their home dynamic, and it seemed really close. I think that, we've seen that before. We saw it before with I think friends of ours. You know, you're right there. You're in it with your partner all these years, but you're hoping that one day that you can just relax and do this. Because I also think that he has said, you know, okay, when I have time off, I'm in Vegas with my friends and all this. So there's a little bit of that too.
Well, that's the part.
Yeah, so
I think that's the part.
That's the part. And but you know, at a certain point, you're in it for happiness too. Like, and sometimes, I mean, if she feels like she needs to go and get her own happiness because she is, you know, has been the one being at home and all this, then
that's the part. You just said it, but I think the friends piece. That's why as I build this empire, the Mark Clark Media empire, the thing that I have friends, but the time with you is that thing.
And we get a lot of good quality time.
You know what I mean? I think that's it, because I'm not going to be partying with my friends in Vegas without you. Mm-hmm. And so I think that you're right. That's the part. So you're done, you wrapped, and now y'all what? Yeah. Why don't you just fly me out then if you're done?
Right. I think that's
what's going on. No, you're not. No, you don't. There's no guy time smoking cigars and having.
Right. Even when you have the time. Which reminds me, is that our last topic? No, we want to talk about the people who we lost.
Oh no,
it reminds
people we lost, and we ask Allison.
Okay, it reminds me of an old joke that my dad used to tell in church.
Okay.
About couples married a long time and all that. So one day, husband comes home and the wife she's in the living room, I guess, waiting to say goodbye. She has her bags packed. They've been married for 50 years, and he said, "Well, where are you going?" And she says, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm done. This is it. I got to go. And, you know, good luck and whatever. So she's talking, and then he's going upstairs, and she says, well, where are you going? And he goes, hold on. I'm getting my bags. I'm going with you.
Sounds like us.
That's us. That's us. Anyway, yeah. So we wish them the best. I hope they get back together. He said he's gonna get her back. So come on, Judge Greg Mathis.
I don't know, Judge.
Get her back. I'm gonna get her back. It worked out for Robin Thicke, right? And we're gonna get her back. Get her back.
Did it? Well, I'm thinking about R. Kelly. When a woman's fed up, no matter how you try, there ain't nothing you can do about it. He knows. Okay, ask Allison before the sadness.
Let's talk about, it's not sadness. Let's talk about the greats that we lost this week. You know, they say this happens in 3, so I'm hoping that is untrue.
Babe, my jaw has dropped.
I'm hoping that is untrue. When we got the news that James Earl Jones had passed away, I immediately thought,
how much do I love James?
You love James Earl Jones. This man loves some James Earl Jones from the movie where he played Jack Johnson.
Yes.
To
Great White Hope, to
Star Wars, Lion King.
I love me some James Earl Jones.
That stature, the
presence.
Yeah, the presence. So we lost him. And
do I like you?
Yep.
Do I like you?
Fences. Yep.
That scene is scary.
Yeah. And then today.
You just told me this, man. I didn't know.
Today we.
All right, y'all, sit down. Y'all need to break. This needs to be a public service announcement. Please sit down and embrace. Now, go ahead and say it, babe.
We lost the great Frankie.
What was going on, babe?
So I believe he's 77 years old. We just saw him. He just had his farewell.
What was going on?
The I Want to Thank You tour. That was back in June.
Which was a ball. We had a great time.
We had a ball.
DC, y'all did that. You set it off. Every city I understood set it off. Donnie Simpson went on tour with him.
Donnie Simpson's post. That's what I saw today. And he just posted the picture and he said, "This is going to take me a minute." Y'all know how close I was to
Lord Jesus.
So
that's too much.
Rest in peace. I want to thank you. Like I said, I have got to see Frankie Beverley in concert.
Come on now.
And so when his farewell tour came around, I said, I've got to go. And even though, I mean, when he couldn't sing it, the crowd sang it for him. So what a beautiful love fest that was. I'm so happy I got to be a part of that. You know, he's been doing it for years. So
what a life. What a special moment.
We'll miss you, Frankie.
Ask Allison.
Okay, this is it. So,
I'm so curious about this, and actually, I've been guilty of this in Allison's mind. Dear Ask Allison, my husband is in the doghouse because my best friend. Now pay attention, everybody. Okay. This is good content. My husband is in the doghouse because my best friend told me that she had an affair with one of our mutual friends. And I told my husband.
Let me guess. And he told somebody.
And I told him not to tell anyone.
But.
Well,
he did.
My husband was out. And the mutual friend who had the affair was talking mess about my friend that he was having an affair with. So the guy was talking mess about the person he was having the affair with. You with me?
All I know is he's about to say something he ain't supposed to say. Your husband, the husband.
He was talking mess, and the husband said, "I know what you're doing, so shut up." He said, "I know what you're doing, so you need to shut up."
Mm-hmm. So basically blowing up his spot, because now it's like, what you talking about? Well, I know you're having an affair.
No, he didn't say all that. He just said, "I know what you're doing. You need to shut up."
He knows.
He was talking mess around.
But the only what he knew was because they were having an affair.
I'm mad at him because I told him he should not have said anything.
Did the husband then flesh it out?
No.
He just left it.
So
like
basically, he heard the guy talking mess.
So did he? But did he leave it like that, or did the guy press him on it?
He left it like that. But I'm sure the guy just probably stopped because he probably was like, "Oh."
Well, okay, then I don't got a problem with it. I thought you were going to say, because you've been guilty of this, I thought you were going to say that the husband said, "Yeah, well, you know, so my wife said that you were having."
No, he just said,
"Okay,
basically, you need to shut up.
That's
I know what you're doing."
Fine, that's good.
I know what you're doing out in these streets. You need to shut up.
Yeah, that's fine. Good. Put him on notice. You're on notice. So I'm watching you. I see you. You see me. As Nene Leak said, we see each other. Shut up.
Well,
how disrespectful of you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. My problem would have been if I told you something.
Because you're saying he doesn't know where it came from.
Right.
It could have came from anywhere.
Right. I told you something in confidence.
Okay.
And when pressed, you were like, yeah, because Lorraine told me.
Okay,
that
I like
messing
that.
With her best friend.
Okay, so you ain't tripping because he don't know where it came from.
And I like that he stood up for for, you got a good man. You got a good man. I like that he stood up for your best friend.
You need to shut up.
Shut up.
Woo! All right, so here's the thing now. Again, we recorded the show, but we are responding to comments. So go ahead and still comment on the show. It's the same. It was a good show. It was a good show.
A lot of show.
And let me. Don't forget we have a live show coming up September 26th.
Hello. You don't know my name, but I'm sure you know my voice because I am the voiceover guy you hear on all the TikTok and Instagram video. You don't know me because I am not real. I am AI. But I want to talk about two people who are real, Allison Seymour and Marc Clark. And they are having their first live podcast event, and you should be there. It's going down on Thursday, September 26th at the Commentary in Arlington, Virginia, and it will be an amazing event. This live podcast combines conversation, entertainment, and dining, elevating the typical show experience with delicious food and drink. Special guests include the amazing April Watts, who will be the host, executive chef from the Commentary, Frank Cecil Ponte, musician and owner of Flow Wine, Marcus Johnson, the first black woman to solely own a tequila brand, Tiffany Capri Hainsworth of T. Capri Tequila, and popular social media influencer Chima Eats will be in the house. And celebrities will be in the house supporting Allison and Marc. Great food, great conversations, and great content. Some of the questions for the night. Is marriage today realistic? And the American dream used to be the home with a white picket fence, 2 kids, and a dog. What is the American dream now? Come out September 26th and join the conversation and the food and the fun. RSVP at Eventbrite.
See you next week.